Steve is one of those guys that, there's no facade. Yeah, there's no facade. This is what you get. You get exactly what way he presents himself, the way he shares himself, the way he talks, the way he lives. Steve is as authentic as it comes. All right, let's give it another hand. Steve. Yeah.
Thank you. I've done a lot of hard work for Huge Men of God, and I know it's going to pay off. So I'd like to take a love offering for me right now.
Yeah. I love you, buddy.
No, we're talking right here. Let me go back about 8 years ago. I was my marriage was failing, and I knew it, and I had kids in select sports, good athletes. We were away. We were away from God, away from our church and that. My marriage was failing, and it failed. 7 years ago, it failed, and I thought it was the end of the world in that. I was 60 years old, and I thought, I'm going out to pasture. There won't be any women in my life or anything. I started drinking, doing drugs. I hit bottom. I was in a dark place, guys. I was in a dark place, ugly place. But I thank God that I got kids. There's one of them right there. I got some awesome, awesome kids. And they called me out. They said, "What are you doing, Dad? This ain't you. What in the world are you doing, man?" And so I started stopping my crap. And then my daughter introduced me to a girl at Turning Point Church where I was not going. And my daughter and her friend said, "You got to come and see this girl. She is recently divorced, and she's not going to be around long. Now, come." So I started going to church there, and I met her. And it wasn't instant hit it off, but we eventually did. She didn't last long because I married her 6 months later. She's a great godly girl, and so that when I first started going to Turning Point, there was a bunch of men there who were going to H.U.G.E. H.U.G.E was awesome in that, and I went to my first H.U.G.E event about 6 years ago or so, and it was just amazing. I couldn't believe all these men in that. This is so unusual. What we got going here right now, H.U.G.E is extremely, extremely unusual. And we're blessed. And it was all because of a vision by James Brooke, way back when, how many years ago? 12? 13? Well, I came on board 6 years ago, and it has grown. We have had some great speakers. We're going to have one tonight. We have had some phenomenal speakers from churches all over. How many churches are involved in H.U.G.E? More than 20, right? 30. Okay. Oh yeah, at the advance, there's a ton of them. But these preachers, they come and share and everything, and they bring some of their people from their church, and then all their people are sticking, and H.U.G.E is growing. And then we should be paying for this stuff. We should be paying to be in a group like this. And we got these guys here. You won't find better musicians. These guys rock, man. I mean, if these guys would go on a concert, if these guys go on a concert in that, man, I'm going to pay top dollar to see these guys. They are phenomenal. So I'm telling you, H.U.G.E is awesome. I have had so many great experiences with H.U.G.E, and I know a lot of my brothers have too, and I have latched on to guys who I've heard their stories and I go, really? That guy does that too? That same crap that's in me, you know? And I heard, you know, and I see, oh, he does it too? Him too? My gosh, man, there's a lot of us in this boat. And then, so I started going 6 years ago, and it has just grown and grown and grown. For me, I am so blessed to be a part of this. And gosh, one thing that I forget what it is. Anyway, the advance is phenomenal. The advance, thank you, that's it. The advance, when we're here, we have 175, 200, we had 200 the other day. And you get all these men singing and everything, and I sit up here most of the time, and man, I hear the voices coming from the back, and it just sends chills up and down my spine. It's chills up and down my spine. And when we get to the advance, there's a way more than this. There's way more. And I just can't tell you, you gotta go and experience it. It's just the most phenomenal thing. I'm blessed to be a part of it, and I thank every one of you for supporting it and being with us and being a part of the group.
Okay.